Today we're going to do a love reading. So here we go. I hope everyone's been having a lovely holiday period with your family and friends and children. I ask that the Holy Spirit will help us with these cards, and the universe will tell you the best way to handle any challenges coming up, or to look for any gifts sprinkled upon your path. All right. The bottom of the deck
Options
is the
and
Seven
choices
of Cups.
in choosing a relationship.
Well, we've got our spread for Capricorn, their love relationship reading for December 2021. And the first card that we have is the Lovers in reverse. This beautiful, beautiful card. Aren't these cards lovely? So, the Lovers card in reverse, it really suggests that you should show yourself some self-love as you have to make some tough choices. It can suggest there's maybe a little trouble in your relationship, maybe some coldness or cooling off period. Some issues likely stand in the way of your relationship, and they can be resolved like quickly or once again, so you can form a closer bond. Or sometimes it can be like a fear of commitment may be indicated. And that could be on your side or on the other person's side. So let's read along here. I see some other cards that have some suggestions and solutions. All right? Lovely. So then the next card you have is the Strength card. These beautiful, beautiful cards. So the Strength card is as well in reverse. So sometimes it can mean your emotions are overwhelming, and you really need to learn how to work with your emotions. Get outside of your head and look at your thoughts. So you can change your thoughts, which will change your emotions. So maybe you need to draw back a little bit from the relationship and get the big picture, bird's eye view, that sort of thing. All right. It can also sort of indicate that there's a lack of impulse control, or you have some unresolved like self-esteem issues, childhood trauma issues. Maybe you give too much, too quickly. Or you can choose the wrong partner just by, needing love or abandonment issues, those things. So if you resolve these issues or just start looking at them, questioning your childhood or any of these issues from past relationships, if you see any red flags or little signs. Anyway, once you resolve these issues and you can summon your inner strength and build your confidence, and then you'll believe that you deserve better and you'll attract better, and you won't settle for less than what you really need or want or deserve. All right, then we're going to go to our next card, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles, if you're single, pay attention, because it means a potential romantic partner is coming. And you might meet them with a new skill or taking part in a workshop, perhaps maybe at a paint and sip or a poetry class. You just never know. Well, you're somewhere where you're developing a skill. You might run into a new person. If you're in a relationship, your obsession with your career or money may be hurting your union or driving you apart. It could be school, work, anything like family, anything like that, just keeping your time separate. No matter how important you may think your sacrifices are, you still need to make time for that most important person in your life. And you can reignite that fire by looking for, a common creative passion. Like I was talking about, going to maybe a glass blowing class, the museums, paint and sip. There are no doubts that you can really re-enliven this relationship with just some quality time and devoting some interest into something new with your person. All right, great. I know, like, often there are many doubts that we have in our minds regarding our future in relationships or just our life. And, there's so much confusion regarding our present, what's going on, career, money, love, finance, etc. And often, tarot can really help us get some answers. Who doesn't like knowing a little bit about their future, a little extra, or what to be careful of, or knowing kind of where your stress is coming from, or where, what might lead to in the future, or what mistakes you don't want to make. So we'll carry on. So the next one we have is the Knight of Pentacles, and it is upright. These beautiful, beautiful cards. So the Knight of Pentacles, if you're a single person, it means that you're ready for a serious relationship, and you will soon meet a person who will be equally as serious about a relationship. And if you are a committed person and you get this card, if this one shows up for you, it means that your relationship is rock solid and you don't have to worry about anything. So that's awesome for both single or committed. All right, and then the center of your reading here, we have the Judgment card. This beautiful, beautiful card. And the Judgment card, and this is upright, and it's a good time to take a closer look at your love life and figure out what needs to be changed. The Judgment Tarot love meaning, it kind of indicates a time of self-reflection and analysis initiated by an awakening. Like maybe you're changing or you're having a spiritual awakening. And issues in your love life that you once ignored, they may bother you now, or you can see clearly what you didn't see before. The veil's kind of lifted. And you have a chance to make adjustments. So you can keep your communication with your partner open and make sure both of you are aware of each other's needs. Like maybe your needs have changed or maybe theirs have. So small changes that the two of you make together can have a great effect on your relationship. And once again, we're back here to the Eight of Pentacles, where maybe you go out and do something artistic together or just spend quality time building a new skills, you're just growing in the same direction. So it would have a great effect on your relationship. And then past actions and their consequences, this Judgment card also can have you look at that, whether they were good or bad. They may be catching up with you now. So if you were jealous or overgiving, any of these things you can kind of look at now and say, the only reason I was jealous is I was feeling insecure, or something in my life wasn't going how I felt it should. Or if you're giving too much of yourself now, you've balanced that out and you're receiving as much as you're giving. And so this is a really good time to use those lessons you've learned in the past and to make changes in the future that'll really enhance your relationship. All right, and then the next card we have is the Death card. It's such a pretty card for a Death card, right? And it's in reverse. So the Death card in reverse, it's sort of an inability to move forward. You can have some fear, or you're resistant to change. Or maybe you're even continuing in a pattern that's not very positive or having a really building effect in your relationship. So you might need to let go of a behavior, or, maybe you're beginning some spiritual transformation. You're growing spiritually in some way, and maybe your partner's not. And so you don't want to leave them behind, but you know what's best for you. So you can really avoid negative patterns. If you need to grow and you're changing and you don't think your partner's going to like it, you need to continue to grow in a positive manner, even if it does change the dynamics of your relationship. Maybe a part of your relationship is dying and changing, but it doesn't mean the whole relationship has to die. So you can truly engage in a loving relationship while you're growing and changing. So that's a really great meaning in this relationship. And once again, building new skills. So boring old things are dying away, new things are coming along. Once again, this really fits in with this beautiful reading. All right, and then the next card we have is the Temperance card, and it is also in reverse. That could mean Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius energy. So when you get this card in reverse in a love tarot reading, it's a really strong indicator that, once again, your resistance to change in your relationship. So you could be holding on to a relationship that's long since run its course. Perhaps you know that and you're just staying in it because you don't want to be alone. It's more likely that you've kind of become dependent on your partner, and maybe you need to develop some more independence in some part of your own life. Or you may be staying with a partner out of obligation, which is, really disservice to yourself. So, you can't cut off what you need to feed someone else and then grow. So, it's just like you need light and water, everything just like a plant or anything else to grow. So it can also indicate that a relationship that you thought was finished could resurface and rekindle. Someone can be coming back from your past. Or if you're single, it's a strong indicator that you need to let go of a negative behavior pattern. So, maybe you're really just being introverted, or not going out, or not meeting people, or when someone says hello, you say hello and walk off instead of stopping for a minute and starting a conversation, things like that, just to bring some positive feelings into meeting and greeting and bringing love into your life. All right, so that will help build your self-esteem and your confidence too. Kind of gets rid of self-sabotaging behaviors. That's always an excellent move in life. All right, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that beautiful one with the crown. It is also in reverse. That you might be jealous or insecure in your relationship, or that your partner may be bored or stuck in a rut. So you or your partner may be expressing insecurity, and you might start acting out possessively or controlling, or they might. The person may become sort of lazy and boring and expect the other partner to do all the work in the relationship. Alternatively, you may be jealous or possessive or manipulative, something like that. But if you're single, it can indicate that you may need to work on yourself before you can find a healthy relationship. Just build your confidence again, your self-esteem, things like that. And waiting for the right person to come along who will provide you with the things that you want, rather than just accepting whatever a person brings to the table. So if you enter a relationship on the basis of what you think someone can do for you, or the security they can provide you, it will not go well. So make sure that you provide your own security and that you're not needy. So even if you do provide, this person comes along and they provide with what you want, then you wouldn't be equal partners. You later on become insecure and possessive because you have too much to lose. So if you're single, really build yourself up and become strong and independent so you can meet someone and balance each other out. Not to say that you don't give and take, you do. And some people have things they offer a relationship that is so lovely, and the other person has their own talents and skills that they offer a relationship, and that balances out. But just so you're not there just to take or just to give, which is very common. So all right, yeah, that's about that one. Okay, and then the Seven of Pentacles is the next card we have. Beautiful, beautiful card. And the Seven of Pentacles, and this is reversed as well, and generally it's kind of talks about hitting a rough patch. Once again, a little bit of drudgery or lack of growth in the relationship. You both may be taking me time or breaks, but once again, that could be work and family, the holidays, school, finals, all kinds of things like that. And so it can cause some frustration in the relationship, or maybe it's not progressing as quickly as you want it to. You feel like your efforts are getting wasted. But whatever the issue is, just stop and take stock of what's important in your life and in your relationship, and refocus your efforts on bringing that to the relationship. Once again, paint and sips, art galleries, blowing glass galleries where they show you how to do that. That's always fun. But just take stock of what's important in the relationship and completely rethink your plans together if that's still where you want to head. You know, if, you know, going out and taking time together and it's still not balancing out or not making you happy, you know, then maybe you're more focused on your career or making money than making time to be with them. So if you are frustrated in your love life and it's not progressing the way you want, you know, maybe you need to make the effort to get out and meet more people. And you can either make couples friends, or perhaps you're going to meet the right person and the person you're with is not quite the right person for you. But you'll have learned something from this relationship that you can take into your next relationship, or what you do and don't want in a relationship, because you should always be concentrating on the relationship and not the person. Is it, you know, feeding your life? Is it giving you things that you make you happy? You know, is it adding positivity to your life? Are you adding positivity to their life? Is it making you both happy? Do you see attributes that you share, you know, that are seen and appreciated, that sort of thing? Do you appreciate the person's attributes? You can really look at those things at this point in time, rather than just, I have someone or I have a relationship. You know, is it the relationship that you really want? Awesome. Okay. So Capricorn, that's your read for December 2021, and I wish you the most beautiful holidays and New Year. Thank you for watching.